Hey. It's your boy Jay Hardcore Boxing News, back at you with what's happening in the world of boxing today. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope everybody had a beautiful sleep last night. And if you're hearing my voice right now, that means that God has given you the finger of grace. Yes. That means He gave you another opportunity to be great. So, hey, I salute you. But my question and my challenge to you is, what are you going to do today that's going to be great today? What are you going to do that you didn't do yesterday, man? No procrastination. No procrastination at all. You know what I say about procrastination? It's like masturbation, man. You're only screwing yourself. So I'm telling you, you must be great today, man. It's so important because God woke you up this morning, so He believes that you can still do it. Good morning to everybody, man. And as you see, what the title is today, 4 high-profile athletes have been popped by Matchroom in the last month. Yeah, within the last month, four high-profile athletes have been popped. I mean, what is Hearns doing that everybody else is not doing? Because I tell you what, he laying them down. He's making it happen. I'm just keeping it real with you, man. And it takes me back to that statement that I seen a long time ago from Paulie Maggiani, man, where he talks about, you know, basically all the athletes are out there actually using, man, or blood doping or some form of PED. You did? Because I'm trying to tell you, man, they getting popped like crazy, man. And Eddie Hearn is definitely putting the pedal to the metal. And I can't understand how is this helping Matchroom whatsoever, because for the simple fact, it's going to make people that is using definitely not trying to go over there, but it sounds like he's really trying to stamp out PED use, man. It really looks like he's trying to stamp out PED use. Now, I mean, that's just my opinion. I don't know what's really going on. There's a lot of conspiracy theories going on. But hey, it is what it is. I got one video that I want to play for you all. It was Eddie Hearn uh, recently. Check this out. Check this out. Let me see if I got it. I think it's this one right here.
Testing program for our signed fighters. So any fighter that is with Matchroom is subject to VADA random testing. Bit like what WBC do. Again, commending the WBC. Fantastic. They test it. They don't test enough because you can't to test enough. Exactly, right? But then I thought about, okay, so say that we introduce that testing program, and then, I don't know, I'll use Darren Barker because I want to offend the current fighter. Darren Barker tests positive, right? And I get the results, and it says, Darren, what happens then?
Well, I think in all honesty, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
Yeah, but we need, it's not just about results, it's about the process from there. It's about giving a fighter an opportunity to protest his innocence, but it's also about a disciplinary procedure that carries penalties. Because to stop fighters from using performance-enhancing drugs, you need to put fear into them, knowing that they are going to be tested, and there needs to be a punishment that they know if they get caught, they're right in the shit. And at the moment, I see none of either. You know what I mean? So if I'm a fighter right now...
There you go. Now, how do get back? Okay. All righty. But there you go. There you have it, man. Old Eddie, man. He's pretty much saying, man, that You know, it has to be some strong repercussions for fighters to stop actually using. You know, and we had this conversation recently in the hangout, man, where we were talking about, you know, it's going to have something really strenuous put into effect. You know, I mean, I'm talking like, I think one of somebody said that, hey, maybe that what they should do is if you get popped, you got it's considered a felony. You did, yeah. Imagine if you get popped for PEDs and the it's a felony, and it's equivalent to attempted murder. You did. You think at that particular point people would actually stop? I'm trying. I mean, because you know, if you can actually potentially go to jail for 10 to 15 years due to popping dirty, I really think they'll start really thinking twice. But it seems like, you know, these days all you're doing is getting a smack on the wrist. You're only getting a smack on the wrist. You might get banned for 6 months, maybe even a year. But shoot, some fighters only fight once a year anyway. You dig? And if you let's go back to Canelo. When Canelo had the clenbuterol thing going on, they gave him a 6 month. They gave him a 6 month penalty. Yeah. I mean, but shoot, I mean that wasn't no big deal. $1 trillion dreams too has entered into the building. Yeah. But what do you say? It depends on what it is. But I agree. I think if any form of PEDs, man, I don't think it should be, if it's on the list for not being able to be used. Yeah, it should be a grave penalty for it, man. You know. Now I'm gonna tell you what I think it should be. It should be a universal list, because there's some things that are legal in the UK, but it's illegal in the United States, and vice versa. You did. It was something that happened with Billy Joe Sanders. He had got popped over here in the United States, but the what he got popped for in the UK is legal. You see, so yeah, I feel though it should be a universal list that all governing bodies adhere to, that states, okay, if you get caught with X, Y, or Z, and if your A sample and your B sample both show positive, you did, then hey, and then and only is that when you should get prosecuted for what's going down, man. And I think if we get something like that going on, then we can yeah, but exact. I understand that $1 trillion dream, and that's why I say it needs to have a universal list. It needs to be a universal list, not just one list in United States and one list over here in United States. If that the universal list shows whatever, and everybody agrees to that universal list, it's no back talk. You know what I mean? You know what the list is. Every athlete is served with this list. Now, and if you get popped with what's on the list, hey, that's on you then. Yeah, I don't care if creatine is on that list. That's what's on the list. And if you signed up to be a professional athlete and they've served you this list, and you go against the list, hey, it's no big eyes or no little U's, no big U's. You get what I'm saying, man. That's why I say a universal list. So that way there ain't no, like you say, on some lists. We're not talking some lists. I'm talking one list. And I think that's what it should be. So that way, when you travel out of the country and you fight internationally, no matter what, the same rules stand. The same rules stand. You did, and that's what I'm talking about right there. You did. That's the only way we're going to be able to stamp out this, man. Because I'm trying to tell you, man, this is getting crazy. This is getting crazy, and I said it, and I said it before. It seems like right now only Eddie doing the popping. You dig? I know I said that in one of my other chaps, and some other people was like, yeah, Jay, but such and such got caught, and such got caught. But yeah, such and such got caught a year ago or 2 years ago. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, man. I know all of a sudden it's kind of crazy that it all had Thomas Morris, you crazy. I know all of a sudden it's kind of crazy that it's happening like bam, 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 bam for Matchroom. But he said that he has been putting the extra dollars out there, man, so he can have more tests being done. You did? Yeah. Yes, indeedy, man. It is what it is for sure, man. But good morning to Lottie Dot and everybody that's in the building. I appreciate everybody that has walked in the door. So let's do a roll call of who we got in the building right now. Let's do a roll call of who we got in the building. You did. We got Tim Layton in the building. We got Al Booger in the building. We got Just Do Boxing in the building. We got the Rise Podcast in the building. We got $1 Trillion Dream 2 in the building. Who else we got? Boss Dog is in the building. Yeah. Miss Joette is in the building. Al Booger is in the building. Yes, indeedy. I tell you what. Hey, $1 Trillion Dreams too. Is this your first time in the building here at the Hangout? I was kind of back and forth on it. It was like, man, I think I seen this name before, but I wasn't sure. But I want to welcome you to Hardcore's Hangout. We're just a bunch of hardcore degenerates that get together every morning and talk about this beautiful sport we love called boxing. And we want to welcome you into the fold as well. We only got one rule around here. No hitting below the belt. That means we don't talk about nobody's mama up in here. Other than that, everything else is fair play. We want to welcome $1 Trillion Dreams into Hardcore's Hangout. Welcome. Y'all make sure y'all salute and welcome and make the brother comfortable in the building. You dig? Yeah, for sure, man. So, like I said, I'm glad to see everybody this morning, man. But this is definitely a tough topic, man, because, again, another person just got popped yesterday. Joe Cusimano, you dig? He got popped, and him and Adam Kornacki had fought, and he had knocked Kornacki out in the first round, you dig? So, it is what it is. Okay, Al Booger, I've never seen that though. I never seen that show up on my screen one time. You dig? So I go by my memory because I've never seen anything pop up that says that this person has chatted for the first time since I've been doing it in here for the last 4 months. And 9 times out of 10, I normally get it right with who has been in here and who is having. You dig? He said, I have 3 accounts. I can understand that. But is this your first time or no? Yeah. But listen here, man. I love to see everybody that's in the building each and every time, man. For sure. But yeah, it doesn't, Al Booger. It does. I wish it did. It would make my life easier, man, because after a while, man, but so far I've been doing pretty good with names. I'm pretty good to remember because we're not that big right now, so it's kind of easy right now to remember certain names, things of that nature. You did, but that would be great if it did that, but it doesn't. It doesn't, and I wish it did. Jay with the E is entered into the building. He said they need to call Snack. Al Booger said he feels that 1 year ban the first time and a lifetime after that. Okay, so you're willing to give him a first chance, huh? A second chance. I say you stamp out crime now, man, for the simple fact, they be like, you know what, I'm going to do it this one time because I know I'm only going to get banned for a year, but this is going to be my biggest fight of my career. So I want to make sure that I'm good and strong for it, and I'm gonna make a lot of money from it. So I'm a risk taking that chance of getting popped. You did. Might pay a minor fine, but other than that, man, I got a good payday. So I mean, that gives you you rationalize that in your mind. But if you know that you're gonna get a felony and possibly go to jail, I think you're gonna think twice. I think you're gonna think twice for sure. You did. Remo has entered into the building. Yeah. Our Booger, you right. We all deserve a second chance, man. We all deserve a second chance. I totally understand. But what happens when somebody that does it actually rolls somebody out? Somebody end up becoming brain damage or something even worse than that. They end up expired, because of that first time. You did. So and that's the reason why I'm looking at it that way, and that's why I say I want to be so harsh about it. You did. Skywalker Boxing has entered into the building. But yeah, Book. I get you with the second chance, man. I thank God for the second, third, and fourth one that I have received in life. You did. Yeah. But I think sometimes when it's you're doing something against yourself, opposed to you doing something that might can hurt someone else, I think that's something we have to think about. You did. Yeah. Just Do Boxing is in the building. Yeah. Yes, indeedy, man. It's a tricky situation, man. But I really truly believe they should have a universal list, though. It should be a universal list. I also believe that there should be more strenuous. I tell you what, then let's do it this way. Not 1 year. At least two. At least 2 or 3 years. You dig? Yeah. At least 2 or 3 years. Give us. Yeah. I tell you what, New Era Boxing and Best TV. This is their first time in the building. I want to welcome you to Hardcore's Hangout. We're just a bunch of hardcore degenerates that get together and talk about this beautiful sport we call boxing. It's only one rule around here: no hitting below the belt. Other than that, everything else is fair game, except no talking about somebody's mama. Want to welcome New Era Boxing and Bets and TV as well into the building. He said, J Hardcore Gloves Up. For some reason, I think I seen that name before too. Yeah, Al Book. I wish they really had that thing to let me know when people are their first time in the building, man. That would so be important. Going to find out. Maybe I'll write you to them, let them know I'm not receiving that. What you call them? You did? Yeah. Shout out to my mighty voyeurs. You know who you are, the ones that like to watch. You did? Yes, it did. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button and also hit the appreciation button. You know what happens when you hit the appreciation button, man. It makes that algorithm go out there and do the boogie woogie. Yeah. It makes the algorithm go out there and do the boogie woogie, man, and bring in like-minded people like thyself into the building, man. Yes, indeed. And we're growing in strengths and numbers for sure. Yes, indeed. I watch everything. I watch the analytics, man. I watch how many people come in the building quickly. You know what I mean? Like right now, we got 17 people in here right now. That's pretty quick, for this channel, to be truthfully honest. We started growing as the hours progress, man. But I like what I'm seeing. I like the progression, man. I like how the evening show is also growing quite well as well. We had a lot of new people come up in the building. And again, shout out to Just Do Boxing, because a lot of people are in this building because of Just Do Boxing. So I salute you, my brother. I salute you wholeheartedly for sure, man, because your work is not done in vain. And you definitely need your Just Do for sure. Brian Corbett, TWT, has entered into the building. Mike Rhyme has entered into the building. Yeah. Good morning, Lottie Dottie, and everybody. We got a serious topic right here, man. And I really want to get people's opinion on what y'all think should be done in reference to so much of these people using, man. And these are just the people that are getting caught, man. It's so many out there, man, that's good at what they do that don't get caught, that beat the system, that got so much money and that they can invest into the top scientists to make things happen. You did. So it's very important, man, that we started getting some very stringent rules in effect that stop these cheaters, man. And it's the pressure that's being put on them because they feel though that so many people and everybody is doing it, that if they want to be in the know, that they got to do it too. So yeah. It's a lot of pressure that's being put upon athletes, man, because they feel though if they can be in the top 10%, they can make some money and things of that nature, man. But it's to the point where it seems like everybody is using. You did. Everybody's using. I've talked to athletes, man, and they say this. They be like, man, when they're in a ring with somebody, they can tell, they can feel. They be like, man, it's a big difference. It's a big difference when they in that ring, and they can tell when somebody uses, man. They can tell when somebody uses, and the stamina is just on 1 billion. You did. Yeah. And they're like a machine in there against them. Thomas Moore say 4,000 subscribers. Let's hit that 100K mark. Yeah. I like how you're talking, my brother. I like how you're talking. Speak it into existence, man. Yeah. Let's hit that 5,000 this month, though. Let's make sure we hit 5,000 this month. And it's going to be up to everybody that's in the building. And I'm talking about sharing the shows, telling other people about what we got going on in the hangout, man. You dig? Like I said, it's a we program. It's not just me, it's us. You dig? And if we all do like what Just Do Boxing does, man, he let people know, man, hey, slide on over here. In the same way, vice versa. If you got a channel, if you got a social media platform, you dig? Just talk about it. You dig? And we should do that about each other anyway. And that's how we all grow in a whole. You dig? That's how we all grow in a whole. And the numbers will change exponentially. You heard that, boy? There it is. BJ33 has entered into the building. He said, oh, geez, salute again. Salute to you, my brother. I appreciate you being back in the building. You dig? Remo say suspend the whole camp, not just the boxer. Ooh. Oh man. There you go. There you go. Cut off the cancer, man. Cause I was doing some research on this today. And what they were saying it's normally not even an athlete, man. It's normally a doctor or a trainer or somebody that comes to them and says, you know what, man, for you to get that competitive edge, man, what you're really going to have to do, man, is you're going to have to do this. Don't even look at it as cheating, man. It's like look at it as just leveling the playing field, because because if you don't do it, man, you're going to be left back. So that's how they talk them into started using, and they'll tell them, you know what, when we got an effective way where you're not going to get caught, man. It's not 99, it's not 100%, you dig? But I'm trying to tell you, I got a lot of people doing it, and they're not getting popped, you dig? And they fall into that rhetoric. They fall into that rhetoric to the point where they be like, you know what? Yeah, man. I'm tired of being second and third place. I'm tired of being fourth and fifth place. And I know these other people are using, and they on the top level, and they're being spoken to everywhere, and everybody looks up to them. And they said, you know what? Yeah, man, go ahead and give me that pill. Give me that shot, man. You sure you're gonna be able to disguise it for me? He said, yeah. We're gonna do it during these certain times, man. And we're gonna make sure that the cycle happens here, this, and there. And about time it's time for you to fight, your cycle is over. You're good and strong now. And when you get tested for the next fight, you're gonna be clean. It won't have any problem. You won't have any problem. And they believe it, man. And it happens. You did. And bam, it started working for them. And they've been doing it for years now. They've been doing it for years. But eventually, a random popping comes, or they get lazy and they just feel though that they're invincible. You're digging it, not going to get caught. Then eventually, but yeah, I mean, just a little bit of percentage of people that are getting caught are just the sacrifice ones of many, of many. This is big business, man. This is big business. So it's happening everywhere, man, in all sports. But until there are some very harsh repercussions from it, it will continue on being what it be, and it'll just be something that will be highlighted at the point until the dog is wagged, and then something else comes up, and we forget all about the whole issue. You dig? And it's business as usual. It's business as usual, man. But I'm trying to tell you, man, it ain't gonna. We're not gonna be happy until it almost hits home, man. Where it hits close to somebody you dig, or something like that, or I mean, and that's what we don't want. We don't want something drastic where somebody ends up being expired in the ring, and then we find out that the person that was in the ring with them gets popped later on from that event, because you might test now for an event, and you don't find out that they popped till maybe a month or 2 months later. It depends, you know. But yeah. You think everything cool, man, and now somebody out of here. Somebody's been rolled out because somebody else wanted to take advantage. Being in boxing news has entered into the building. Yeah, you're right, BJ33. They have been juicing for a very long time and will continue on as well until some real strenuous stuff is put into effect. Then and only then will this stuff start slowing down. Then and only, I'm trying to tell you, man, a lot of companies, man, they don't even look, they don't even want to do the testing. And then when it comes to the cost of the testing, man, it's so crazy because I did a lot of research on it. And some places say that each test will run about $300. But then you'll hear Eddie Hearns and them talking 30,000, 3,000, 10,000, you know what I mean? Or they get a group package, and when you're talking about random testing. But I'm gonna tell you, when the testing really gets expensive, is not just the test, but the collection of the test. Well, hey, we might have to fly to West Buffalo, you did, and hook up with that guy. So we're talking plane flights, and yeah, a $300 test now might be $8,000 test. You know what I mean? Hotel room for the person that's collecting the test to get there. You know what I mean? Airplane, food, per diem, all that type of stuff. You did? But yeah, man, and tests need to be random. They need to be random. They need to be popped up on, man. They need, just like the WBC plan they got, it's 365-day testing with VADA, and that's still not enough. It's still not enough because, these people have to join that program to be part of it. You don't have to join that, but you just can't be in the WBC listings. You dig? So I go to the IBF. I go to the WBO. I go to the IBO. I go to the WBA. Yeah, man. Like I said, it needs some universal stuff that has to happen where everybody is on one accord. You dig? And it is understood that it's one governing body that handles this, man. You dig? And figure this thing out, man. Because if not, it's going to end up where some real bad things going to start finally happening, man. And then everybody's going to start pointing the finger then. then that's when it's going to be a huge issue. We got to wait till something very drastic happens in the ring, and it happened due to somebody uh, 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 doing what they don't supposed to do. Yeah, I don't understand how long it takes for these tests to be done. I don't understand why it takes so long. You know what I mean? But then sometimes it's quick. I don't know. I don't know that. I'm not a scientist or anything like that. But all I'm saying is, man, another thing I don't like that the promoters are the ones that are able to hire the collection companies and things of that nature. You did. I don't like that. I think it should be something that is handled by someone, anonymous company, or you did, where they can't be compromised. They can't be compromised. They can't be know who's doing the collections and everything, so they can't be infiltrated or be manipulated by money. You know, because anytime you can get somebody that you can make somebody that having a bad time in life but got a great job doing this. Yeah. At that point, they can be manipulated. They can be this. Let me tell you, boxing is one of the most manipulated sports out here, and it is a very dirty game. Yeah. So I mean, it what Eddie got going on is really going to actually start affecting big time because it's going to come to a point where they're going to say, well, why is Eddie Hearn popping so many people right now and nobody else is popping so many people right now? Is only Eddie got the cheats, and how is this benefiting Eddie Hearn? To be truthfully honest, I can't see how this benefits him, especially if he's popping his own athletes. You know, so yeah, Al Booger say, unfortunately, boxing is still the wild, wild west. Having four district sanctioning bodies is a problem. Yeah, yeah. There's way too many hands in the cookie jar. It's definitely way too many hands in the cookie jar. But this is something very serious that needs to be dealt with, and it needs to be dealt with on a higher level than the boxing community. Yeah. We have always been a self-governing uh, 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 business. Yeah, because that's all. It's just a business. You did, but there has to be something. It needs to be something over that. It needs to be a worldwide commission that handles this situation. You know what I mean? For sure, because like I say, I don't even like that promoters are able to hire the referees, the judges, and all those type of things. All those type of people that can be manipulated. Yeah, that can be manipulated. I just don't feel though that the promoter should be the one to be able, because if you know that let's say, let's just hypothetically say, remember Sean Porter and Kell Brooks fight. And in that particular fight, Kell Brooks kept holding Sean all through the fight. So in the rematch, what I do is I make sure I put a ref in there that makes sure that he's hard on people that hold and clinch a lot. You did? And automatically that changes the fight. Yeah, automatically that changes the fight, you know. Or we got this judge over here that's judging the fight, but I know he got a serious betting habit. I know he has a serious betting habit, and I know that he is in debt. Yeah. So I know this. We know this about him because we all see it. Everybody know it's an industry thing that this guy has a betting problem. Okay, well, I'm going to make sure that I have him during my fight. But I'm going to go over there and talk to him and find out, as me being the promoter, what is it going to take you to get you out of this debt that you got right now? Yeah. I'm talking backroom. I'm talking backroom talks right now. Oh yeah. He said, "Well, I'm 80,000 in the hole right now." All right, I got it. Okay, well, I'm gonna give you 160. A drop in the bucket, because this fight right here is worth 300 million. It's gonna bring in 300 million total. So me giving him $160,000 is nothing. A drop in, especially when he's going to be pointing this totally towards the favor I need him to do. I'm telling you, this game is so dirty, man. And what I'm saying right now, this stuff is not far fetched. It's not far fetched, man. Stuff like this has been happening all through boxing, and it's documented, man. When the mob was running the boxing game, yeah. We had athletes come out, old school athletes that told you they took dives and all types of things, man, to because they had habits and things of that nature, or they just didn't make a lot of money. Yeah, you would know when you took this fight that you're taking a dive at round 4. It's so much out there, man. And until we get a governing body that overrides and runs boxing, like Al Booger say, it's going to continually be the wild, wild west. But what y'all got going on in the chat right now? Let me see what y'all saying. Al Booger say, I think any fighter caught on PED should be subject to criminal prosecution, but I don't know about making that a rule. Remo said, what Peds out of boxing? But please let Peds back in baseball. Oh my goodness. Thomas Moore says, boxing is a wicked world. Miss Joette said, yeah, we've been seeing it for years with Canelo. What else got going on? $1 Trillion Dreams say, why can't the tier the day of and get why can't the day and get the result? I did fair time, and when I was out on supervised release, they would test me and results were immediate. Oh man. Yeah, we can find, if a woman can find out if she's pregnant in 10 seconds, I know for sure they can find out if somebody used them quicker than the time that they do right now. Thomas Moore says the doctor need to be held more accountable. They basically have a license to deal drugs, like police have a license to kill. As much as money as a doctor makes, I have no pity on a doctor that gets fined. Yeah. That's a great point right there. Yes, indeed. Find out who is dealing this, man. And when you get popped, yeah. Find out who is doing, and they need to be popped as well. Yeah, and they need to get this strenuous time as well. They need to be charged with attempted murder as well. Kareem Hassan say, hit that appreciation button. Good morning, hardcore and family. What else we got going on in the chat right now? A lot of very good points, man. Okay, I read that one. Remo says suspend the whole camp, not just the boxer. Let me see what else we got. They say it's too easy to pop dirty in boxing when you're handling your career over to a conditioning coach. The boxer, the coach, strength conditioning, dude, cook everyone, take a year on the bench. If anything, I give Matchroom props for going after the cheats. And then Hearn will freestyle some bullish. And my respect for Matchroom goes out the window. Boss Dog say, what's up, hardcore? I'm in the building. I appreciate you being here, my brother, for sure. Yes, indeedy, man. But yeah, a lot of great points, man. But you know, hopefully maybe somebody hears our cries, man. But like I said, I hope that it doesn't have to wait till somebody get rolled out before something is actually done about it. You did. BJ33 said, I'm not going to put any names, but also I always hear it's a guy at 175 with a 100% knockout ratio that they say juices as well. But we don't know that for sure. Just rumors, but it's crazy. Yeah, well, it's only one guy out there in 175 with 100%. So we know who you're talking about. Dre Finest is in the building. How you doing, my guy? It's always a pleasure to see my big homie in the building. Yeah, he said, you see what happened to Wilder versus Fury in the first fight, the ref, you did? Yeah, yeah, man. It's a dirty game. It's definitely a dirty game, and they play it well. They play it well. Yeah, man. We don't know who's out here doing what and where, but trust and believe. The little bit of popping that we do see, I'm pretty much sure is no comparison to how many are actually out there doing it. And you probably would be totally amazed that your favorite fighter is dirty. Yeah, 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 yeah. You will feel totally amazed to find out that you're and be devastated, man. And be devastated, man. You know how we love this sport. You know how we love this game. You know how you get emotionally invested into your guy. Yeah, you know how it is, man. But just keeping it real, man. Keep an open mind that it's being done at the highest levels. At the highest levels, man. I remember reading something about a particular basketball player. I'm not even going to say his name. Yeah, a particular basketball player, man. And I'm talking at the highest level. And it's definitely stuff out there that says that even him, you did, when you get to that level where you just got so many sponsorings and people backing you, and you become such a huge figure in a sport, man. They want to stay on that level. And the only way they feel though they can get longevity and stay on those levels is to start to do these particular things where it gets to a point where we're like, wow, they still doing things in their 30s, in their late 30s that they were doing when they were 18, 19, and 20. And you don't see you don't see nothing. You did. But sometimes you do see some things, man. I'm gonna go back to remember when Manny Pacquiao and what's the cat that knocked him out, man? Put him to sleep. The Mexican guy, man. I can't think of his name right now. What's his name, y'all? Give it to me. Al Booger. What's the guy name that knocked Manny Pacquiao out and put him to sleep? Mexican guy. I can't think of his name. Top boxer. Name starts with an M, if I'm not mistaken. Name starts with an M. Marquez, exactly. Thank you, BJ33. Marquez. And I remember I was watching something and they were talking about who was going to be the winner of this fight, and I'm going to tell you the most profound and funny thing that someone said was whoever has the best pharmacist is who's going to win that particular fight, man. And remember, Marquez came out all jacked up and everything. And then on his back, he had so much acne, it was crazy, man. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm talking about a grown ass man that we never seen acne on him before. His whole back was full of acne. You did? And man, he laid Pacquiao out to sleep. But it was so funny, man, when the guy said, "Who you think going to win this fight?" He said, "Whoever had the best pharmacist, man." And that was heavy as hell, man. But it was so damn true, man. And that's what it be about, man. That's what it be about. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. I never forget that statement. But when he came in that ring, man, Marquez was jacked, man. He was seriously jacked. And if you go back and watch that fight, man, look at his back, man. He had acne all over. And that's one of the things that you see from usage, man. Sometimes that's one of the symptoms from it. You get acne and loss of hair, going bald, and things of those natures, man. You know, it does have some type of things that show what happens. You did. And they were saying, even with the women, they say when women are using, they get a better outcome than men when they use it. They say women, it really affects them and make them way more stronger, man. Yeah. I don't know why, but it says that the women, and then when they say with the men, man, it makes them like 38% more stronger. The endurance is just crazy. You know, it allows them to have more red blood cells in their muscles, which gives them more oxygen to allow them to perform longer. Yeah. Bloated abs, yeah, that's what that HG was, that HGH or HGT or something like that. Yeah, you'll see those bloated abs, man. Yeah. And that's what they call it, something gut, HTG gut. I think that's what they call the HGT gut. I could be wrong, but I know it's something like that. You know, but yeah, it's a lot of effects that you get from it. And there's a lot of things that badly can happen to you as well, man, like heart failure, small testicles, you did, low sperm counts, all types of things, man, that you're risking just to be great. Yeah. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. I know this ain't one of the conversations, one of them highlighted conversations you want to have in the hangout, but it is real, man, and we got to talk about it all, man, because it's another aspect of boxing, man. And we're starting to see, I mean, in 1 month, officially in 1 month, Matchroom Boxing has caught 4 people. That's one per week. Price Boy 85 has entered into the building. In 1 month, 4 people been slammed. 4 people. And he said and he said he gonna put his money where his mouth is, man. Hey, he said he's trying to make a difference. Trying to make a difference. And tell you what, I bet you his roster is going to start a dwindling down. Yeah, it's going to be people that's not going to re-sign just because of that alone. Yeah, yeah. Go somewhere else where the chances of getting caught are slim to none. Good morning. Showtime the guy has entered into the building. What's up, my guy? Shout out to Showtime the guy pass. Yes, indeedy. B3, are you in the building? True, exactly. Remo. Dudes be using to cut weight faster and not only get stronger. That is true. We have a new person in the building. Sultan Biasi. We welcome you into Hardcore's Hangout. We're just a bunch of hardcore degenerates that get together and talk about this beautiful sport we call boxing. We appreciate you coming into the Hangout. We only got one rule around here: no hitting below the belt. Other than that, everything else is fair game, except no talking about their mama. But Sultan Yasi, we appreciate you coming into the hangout. We welcome you, and we look forward to you continuously coming back and forth. Yes, indeedy. BJ33 said these boxers are some of the strictest with their diets because of the weight they have to maintain. So you can tell me they don't know all the food they eat and everything that goes into their body. Some do, and some others just allow people to just feed them what they feel what they need. Yeah, 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 yeah. But I tell you what, if they lay down these stricter rules, they'll start paying attention. What? Biasy? Okay. Appreciate that, Dre Finest. Biasy. Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. Tim Layton says, slap that like button like Plant slap Charlo. Thank you. That's a good one. Yeah, man. We got a lot going on, man, in this world of boxing, man. And we love the sport so much, man. But I swear, I hate to see somebody get rolled out due to somebody just trying to get the competitive edge, man. Well, we got 23 appreciations so far, man. If you have not hit that button yet, make sure that you govern yourselves accordingly. For sure, make sure that you do that. Each appreciation is so important. It's so important, man. So make sure that you do that for sure. Remo say Charlo gonna beat the hell out of Plant. I don't know, man. He might have took his manhood, man. You know, and put a stain in his brain, man. Yeah. I understand. BJ33 said the sanctioning bodies will always turn a blind eye, and that's why I say it shouldn't be in none of their hands. It shouldn't be up to the sanctioning body. It shouldn't be up to the promoters to hire or do the collections. Or they don't do the collection, but they hire the company that does the collection. I don't think it should be none of them that handle none of that. I think it should be totally a separate entity that handles all of that, man. That has no connection with anybody that actually is part of boxing. I think it should be just a totally separate uh, 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 entity. Yeah. Seriously, you know what I mean. So we don't have, it should be unanimous. Who's doing it should be unanimous. Yeah, you don't even know who does it. You did. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking, man. Dre find and say the feds. I don't trust the feds, man, at all, man. You know they're compromised. We know they're compromised. Yeah. I think it should be some type of coalition like the United Nations type thing, where you got different ambassadors from different countries that's part of this one entity that makes the decisions. So it's not just the United States or it's just not England. It's a top figurehead from each spot that's part of the United Nations somehow that makes that decision, man. Especially if you have boxing in that nation or that country, you did, and somehow, some way or fashion, they put together that entity, man, to make this stuff fair. And it should be just for everything, man. Yeah, right. Yeah, the FDA is something else, man. I got one of my best friends, man, works for the FDA. Remo says definitely need universal testing across the board. with the list, like you said, 24-hour turnaround time. Yeah, I just don't think it takes that long for these samples to come back. I just think that's a bunch of poppycock, and that they make it seem like it takes so long so that way they can charge so much money. I just don't believe it takes that. Come on, man. I can go to my doctor, and my doctor do a complete physical and blood work, and I can have all my blood work finished and done, and have everything that's going on in my body by tomorrow. Yeah, by tomorrow. So you're trying to tell me that we can't find out if something's in my system in a month, a week? I just can't believe that. I just can't believe that a woman can take a pregnancy test and know if she has life in her in 10 seconds. But yet you're going to tell me it takes this long to find out if there's anything in uh, uh, any drugs in my urine. But you can find out any other drug in the urine. These drugs that they're taking, so sophisticated, and find that they take that long to find out if they're actually in your system. I don't get it. KS has entered into the building. We want to salute KS. KS is their first time in the building, I believe. I'm getting one of those feelings in my mind like, nah, they've been in here one time. But just to be for sure, I want to welcome KS to Hardcore's Hangout. We're just a bunch of hardcore degenerates that get together and talk about this beautiful sport we love called boxing. We only got one rule around here: no hitting below the belt. That means we don't talk about nobody's mama. Other than that, KS, we welcome you to Hardcore's Hangout. We appreciate you. We salute you. Y'all make sure that y'all give KS a warm welcome. You dig? There he is. There he is. Fender Bender is in the building. He said KRS1, welcome. Yes, indeedy, man. So yeah, man. And I'm telling you, man, just the little bit of things that we done talked about and little statements that we're made right now, I think could actually change a lot about how the doping things work here. Yeah. Just these little things, the little things that we have said in here, if they implemented, if they wanted to implement, would change so much. Would say change. I'm talking. Look, top 3, a universal list of what drugs can be used and what drugs can't be used. 2, if you do get popped, it's a felony, and you can potentially go to jail for attempted murder, because that's what it is. It's a possible chance that you can roll somebody out. 3, a governing body that's not part of anything of boxing that maintains all the drug testing and the collections and everything, that are not hired by anything boxing. Implement those 3 things alone, and I guarantee you it will cut down things a whole hell of a lot. But the thing is, they don't want to cut it down. They don't. They just want to tolerate it. They just want to tolerate it. That's it. That's all. They want toleration. You dig? They'll talk about it. They'll slap somebody on the wrist. Yeah. And after that, move on to what's next. So I mean, just keeping it real, it ain't what they want. It ain't what they want. It's just like anything else, man. It's big business. It's big business. That's what it is. It's big business. Anytime you got the white coats involved, man. Yeah, you know, it's big business, man. Yeah, you got them scientists. Yeah. Every time they make a way to detect something, these scientists is making 3 different ways where to hide it. It's big business, and it ain't gonna stop, Because it ain't just the boxers that's doing it. It's not just baseball. It's just not basketball. It's just not football. It's not just soccer. It's everybody. Yeah. Zillions and millions of dollars, man. KSA, no snack, no GNC, no testosterone, no high, no creatine, none of it. None of it. You dig? None of it. Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. But yeah, it's tough. It's rough. It is what it is, man. And then until somebody, you know what? I'm gonna be truthfully honest. I'm gonna go ahead and, I'm gonna be truthfully honest. Ain't nothing gonna change. We can talk about it until we turn blue. Ain't nothing gonna change. Too much big business, man. And it's a sad situation. It's a sad situation, man. But it ain't gonna change in boxing until everybody's doing what Matchroom is doing. With people getting caught. People getting caught. People getting caught. Ain't no more super athletes. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. So who's next? Who Matchroom gonna catch next? Oh, snap. Fender Bender jumped out there, didn't he? Ooh-wee. Yeah. Hey, Fender, you're talking blasphemy now, boy. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that, boy. You ain't talking about LeBron now. They said they need to, oh, my goodness. Oh, boy. Well, they coming to get you. They coming to get you, boy. We talking about LeBron is like talking about Stevie Wonder, boy. You talking blasphemy, man. Yeah, they don't want to change it, man. They don't want to change it. Yo, and drink wine like a fish. Smoke cigars. None of that affect them. Man, just a super athlete. Man. It is what it is. Yeah. I can smoke cigars, drink all the wine I can drink, and none of it affects me, man. I'm still this super athlete. Wow. Yeah. It's one of those conversations today, man, that makes you go, you dig? I'm gonna tell you, it bothers me. I ain't gonna lie, it bothers me a lot, man, because it just is what it is. But what else y'all got going on today, man? What you got going on today? Anything special? I tell you what, let's come to this point of the show where we find out what's going on in the world of boxing today. Let's find out. Let's find out what is the top topics today. Oogis. I don't know what the F happened, that wasn't the Spence that fought with me. Amen and a boom shagalaga to that. Eubank was instructed by Bomac to make Smith keep moving his feet. Ismail Salas, not only Joe Joyce, even I overlooked Zilly Zang Bang. Oh man. Christian Mabili versus Demond Nicholson clash picked up by ESPN. I'm glad to see Demond Nicholson getting another payday, man. He's a good guy, man. Good guy. Nick Ball's trainer expects WBC eliminator to force mandatory title shot. Dave Allen's manager, Frazier Clark, was frustrated and nullified Fort Dirty. Jarrell Miller is up next. Then Tyson Fury, not interested in Joshua. Bomac excited about Crawford Canelo possibility. I want to try to outthink Eddie Reynoso. Well, you better make sure that you outthink old Big Bertha. Cut it out, Jay. U.S. Olympic team trials 2023 last chance qualifier is on September the 11th. Taraji fully prepared for Hecky Butler after the late opponent switch in previous outing. Liam Smith trainer says threats force, we seen that already yesterday. Joe Cusimano tests positive for banned substance in Adam Kornacki fight. That we know. There it is. Hold on. Let me see if we got. Let me check one thing else, man. I'm gonna check one more other. Let me check one more other. Frank Martin will be dangerous for Shakur Stevenson. What was your most favorite boxing movie for the 15 best boxing movies? What was yours? Jamel Charlo, what I do to Canelo might shut up him. Crawford. Oh, he said what he does to Canelo might shut Crawford up. Okay, I like that. Earl Spence Jr. activates rematch clause, but turns Crawford gets to choose the weight. There it is. Oh, wait a minute. Jamel Charlo, unsure if Jamal will bounce back. Damn. Wow. Maybe he's further than we know then for him to say that. That's heavy. But there it is. That's what we got going on in the world of boxing today. MAW has entered into the building. He said, smash that like button, folks. Good to see you, MAW. Like I said, I will put everybody's name in the chat that I'm driving a van with a bunch of packages and only have one good hand. But I can't help but chime in every once in a while. And we appreciate you, man. Just be careful, brother. Make sure you be careful. Yeah, that's what we got going on in the world of boxing today. I don't think we have anything. Let me see. Who we got fighting this weekend? I don't think we have any huge fights this weekend. We got some though. We got some. They're going to be having a round table today. There's going to be a round table today where we're going to be able to interview some of the top trainers. We're going to be able to interview some of the top trainers. I'm going to tell you exactly who the trainers that will be interviewed today. Bear with me 1 second. 1 second. It will be a media event today. Okay. Today at 3 o'clock Eastern Time, there will be a virtual roundtable meeting for media where Ronnie Shields, Bob Santos, Calvin Ford, and Robert Garcia will be previewing Canelo versus Charlo. That'll be today at 3 o'clock. Again, it's going to be a press conference, media for roundtable, and the trainers that will be answering the questions will be Ronnie Shields, Bob Santos, Calvin Ford, and Robert Garcia. So make sure you all check it out. I supposed to be on there. Yeah, Boog, I did that interview with Barrios, and that interview will be coming out. Oh yeah, because it wasn't live. With PBC asked me to do the interview, and when you do an interview that PBC asks you to do, it's on their platform, it's on their Zoom. Now I do have a recording of it, and I will be putting it out, but it wasn't live. It was recorded session. And I will be putting it out today. It should be out by 1 o'clock today, Al Booger. So, yeah. You should get notification once it comes out. But yeah, I did do that yesterday with Barrios. Thanks for asking. Great kid too, man. Great kid, man. Well spoken, and very humble as well. Fender Bender said, only thing that Bo Mack is strategizing about right now is how he's going to get him up a cheeseburger up in that joint. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Yeah, MAW, I don't understand it. Oh my goodness, Remo. Shakur and Haney need a little PEDs. Not a lot, just a little, cause they oh, you're terrible, man. Remo, you wrong for that one, man. You wrong for that one, man. They just ain't got that grown man strength, man. Let's talk about when they 28 and see what's going on. Rolling down the street in my 6'4". Yeah, rolling down the street in my 6, so smacking the. Yo, man, I was such an NWA dude, man. It was heavy. I love me some NWA, man, for sure. For sure, for sure, for sure. I was an NWA dude. Listen here, I'm going to turn the free smoke line on. Uh, give me a second. Give me a second. We'll put the free smoke line on. And yeah, let's see, we get this going on. Hold on, let's go back one. Let's go here first. Share screen. Go there. Share. And there. All righty. 443-687-9806. Talk to me quick before I forget. If you got a statement, a point that you want to make in reference to this Matchroom keep snatching people, man. And what do you think, man? Do you think Eddie Hearns just got a hit list right now? Or do you think it's all legit, man? Talk to me quick before I forget. 443-687-9806. It's your boy Jay Hardcore. The free smoke line is available. You dig? Or you just want to come on and say, what up? It's all good, man. Yeah. It's all good, man. Talk to me quick before I forget. Okay, Dre Fine say Shakur gonna get that chin chat. You dig? Say he gonna get that chin chat. You dig? Well, we gonna see. Guess we gonna find out. You know, hey, that's one thing about this game. You gonna get hit. Yeah, that's a guarantee. That's a guarantee that you're gonna get hit eventually. Mm-hmm. I haven't met one fighter yet. I have even Sweet Pea got hit with the boo bop bang. You're eventually gonna meet that person that's gonna catch that chin, man. Yes, indeedy, man. I have not seen a fight yet where a fighter has not gotten hit. So I'm more than sure eventually we're going to find out. Yeah, we're going to find out. But it doesn't happen until the level of competition steps up. That's the most important thing, man. You know, you'll look like a superstar when you're an A fighter fighting a C and D fighter. It's easy money. Yeah, it's easy money because you're level high. You're just so many levels over there, man. Man, you imagine. Remember when Mayweather fought Arturo Gotti? I always bring that fight up, man, because that was my first pay-per-view event fight that I attended. It was in Atlantic City, man. And I'm gonna tell you, man. Us being on the East Coast and used to going to Atlantic City fights and watching Arturo Gotti put hands on people. Yeah, man. To see what Floyd did to him, I'm talking about straight obliterated him, man. Yeah, Fender Bennett said I like the NWA movie, but I think it could have been better. Boys in the Hood still a badass movie. Yeah, NWA movie was cool, man. But I'm gonna tell you, living in that NWA era, man. Yes, indeed, it was something else. Yeah. Because I'm gonna tell you, man, that type of music was unheard of, man, and it just took America by storm. Yeah, it took it by storm, and let me tell you something, man. Phew. They weren't happy about it, especially when they had little Billy in the room singing that shit, man. You got little Billy blasting it in his room, man. Yeah. They was upset about it. You had little Billy coming downstairs, man, rags on his head and all types of stuff, man. Can Regis beat Devin? And will Frank check Shakur Chin? Those are two good questions. Two good questions there, young senior. I uh I think the Regis Devin fight would be 50-50. For some reason I feel though that Devin outboxes him and wins that fight, but only by split decision. Only by split decision. I think that, yeah. Uh Regis when he fights Devin, for him to win, he got to make it a very physical fight. Yeah, I'm talking about roughing them up, man, getting them in the corner, man, and doing everything that he can get away with. That's just how he's gonna have to deal with Devin, man. He's gonna have to really make a very rough fight, man, and that's gonna be important. Devin is gonna really gonna have to work the jab, keep the fight like more mid distance, and just be intelligent, man. Just don't fall for the tricks. Uh, I think Frank could get a chance to get Shakur's chin. I don't know if it's going to be a clear, clean one, but I think he at least catch it at least twice. I don't know if it's going to, we're going to see, but I think he catches it. We got Richardson Hitchens on the 23rd. Okay, that's what's up. I like Richard Hitchens, man. He's a smart, intelligent fighter. Very intelligent fighter, man. And but he another one, man. And I feel they'll need some power. Ramos Regis is a sloppy fighter with poor technique, but hits hard. Yeah, that's why I say he's going to have to make it a physical fight. You definitely got to make it very physical for Devin, man. You got to put him in a real rough fight. Real rough fight. Take him somewhere he ain't been before. Yeah, I'm talking doghouse. Definitely. Because he cannot go in there trying to box Dev or have a field day with him. He said, that's just what I was getting ready to say. I can remember opening up that cassette tape and after 5 minutes being like, damn, yeah, shell shocked, right? Yeah, he's definitely very athletic. He's definitely very athletic. Yeah, I'm an underdog type guy as well, Dre. When it comes to who I want to win, I'm definitely an underdog type of guy. But when it comes to who I think will win, I have to look at it differently. But I'm always for the underdog, man. I love seeing the underdog win for sure. For sure. I'm down with that. For sure. But the good thing is that we are going to get that fight, man, and that's the great thing. Africa will brutalize Rolly, man. Brutalize Rolly, man. It would be horrible. And I'm gonna tell you, man, Montana Love, I have no respect for that cat, man. I mean, he don't want no smoke. He just might as well just go ahead and become a full time YouTuber or something like that, man. He makes great videos and stuff like that. And I think that he should just do that. Yeah. Or fight YouTubers. It'd be perfect if he just get into that YouTube thing and just fight YouTubers from now on because he don't want to really fight the real fighters out here. He got more excuses than anything. And anytime, I ain't got nothing for him, man. Yeah, I ain't got no respect for him. Go in there and fight some of them. He need to be fighting KSI and all them type of cats, man. He'll probably be king of the ring then. We just gonna be talking the whole fight with Devin. What we got right here? Frank can't go in there trying to box Shakur. Frank is going to have to rough him up big time. Take him out of his fight game by making him fight and attack that body will odd up the headshots. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, Drake. Drake. You know, uh, and that's what you got to do sometimes, man. When somebody's more talented than you, man, you got to take them into another rim. You did. You gotta, yeah, make it uncomfortable for them, man. Make it ugly. Yeah, make it ugly, man. Sean Porter did it his whole entire life, man. Oh yeah, 140 is just gonna be ridiculous, man. The success that he had at 135, will not come as easy in 140. Not at all. Not at all. If he was smart, I would have went straight after Rolly. If I was there, I would have went straight after Rolly. Cause didn't they have some a lot of rhetoric back in the day? You know, because you could have fed off of that storyline and everything like that. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes you just got to make that fight ugly, man. You got to make it ugly, make it rough. You know, make the referee do his job, man. I remember Bernard Hopkins, man. Bernard was something else. If he knew that the ref was on the right side, Bernard would beat your hips on the left side. Yeah, yeah, he'll beat the hell out of your hips on the left side to slow your momentum, you know, especially if you was a mover. You know, he'll wait to the ref on that boom. Yeah, 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 yeah. And then the person getting pissed because he know what Bernard is doing and it's illegal. But yet the ref can't see it because he's on the opposite side. So now that making that guy pissed. And now he, you know, he's really trying to get back at Bernard. Now Bernard got him out of his game plan, you know. Yeah, man. Sometimes, man, you got to do that psychological warfare on people, man. You know, especially when you know that they're more talented than you. You did. You got to outthink them. Then you got, yeah, 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 yeah. You got to play chess, man. You got to play chess, man. And that's the same thing Regis is going to have to do because you got a youngster, man, that's coming up trying to take your belt that you just got back. You know, so you definitely, man, can't make it easy for him. Can't make it easy for him whatsoever, man. Regis is 35. Deb 25, something like that. So that's a 10 year. That's 10 years right there, man. Don't think them 10 years don't mean nothing. That 10 years means something, man. It's a young man's sport. Definitely a young man's sport. Yeah, 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 man. You got to use all of that, man. Especially when you understand. You know, I mean, shoot, that's what Roberto Duran did to Ray Leonard, man. He just got into Ray's mind. He got into Ray's mind and made Ray fight his fight, the first fight. Yeah, he outthought him, man. You know, he talked about his wife. He knew that was a trigger for him, and bam, he won the fight. Because Ray, only thing Ray wanted to do was beat the shit out of him. No plan but to go in there and let's fight. You know, instead of being the Ray you normally be. Didn't work. Now he didn't let it happen the second time. You know what happened the second time? No Moss. But yeah, man, you know this game is more mental than it is physical, man. And people got to understand that. You want to make sure that your body is at the most physical shape possible, but you need your mind to be just as strong as well, man. You need to be supremely confident. You need to have the right people encircling you, speaking the right things to you in your mind. You need not to be on social media scrolling through your phone, reading every damn title and everything someone says to you on Twitter. Yeah, I think a fighter needs his phone taken away from him, you know, the last 2 weeks of boxing, man. Yeah, 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 yeah. The last 2 weeks of this before the fight happened. His mind should be completely on fight. And I don't believe I'm old school, man. I believe when you have camp, you know, you go away from your family. You know, you ain't got your woman and your kids showing up in camp and all that stuff, man. You know, back in the day, none of that was heard of, man. You go away, you got your camp, you got your guys, and that's it. Yeah, then you got somebody that's your confidant, your hype man that's speaking to you all day long, 24/7, help building your mind, man, and preparing you for war. Yeah, 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 yeah. No sex, no nothing. Yeah, come on, man. You know how them women to do you, man. Next thing you know, you got an argument. Yeah, you got an argument and you got to fight in 2 days. Now your mind all wishy-washy, worrying about what she gonna do. That's what I'm trying to say. You cut yourself off from all that stuff, man. And that's how, if I was a trainer, that's how I would do my, give me your phone, man. Yeah, we going, yeah, we training in Alaska. All those type of things are so important, man. And you just don't see none of that old school mentality anymore, man. You know, the trainers now, man. Back in the day, man, the trainer ran the camp. You know, the trainer ran the camp. You know, these days, these boxers do whatever they want to do, man. Boxers do whatever they want. They tell their trainer, "Nah, I ain't training today. We see what we're doing tomorrow." Man, it wasn't none of that back in the day. Remo said, "I don't think we're gonna get that Haney fight. PBC is taking all the days and still have to put a date for David, Boo, and Tank days as well. If any fight we might not get is that David Benavidez and Boo Boo. That's a fight I'm shaky about. Yeah. That's definitely. Hold on 1 second. I think this is my son's school. Hold on 1 second. Hello." Yeah, that was the school. They're talking about they're stopping all outside recess and any type of athletic training for today due to the excessive heat here. Yeah, man, it's dog hot out there these days. I'm telling you, for the last couple of days, yeah, we've been hitting 95, man, and yeah, they cutting down on everything. So that was one of those one calls letting us know that all type of outside events has been canceled for the schools. Yeah, and for what I understand, it's hot like that everywhere right now, man. They say Texas is scorching, and the West Coast is scorching. Man, it's that global global warming. Yes, indeed. But other than that, man, what else y'all got going on? No one has hit on the free smoke line. So what we gonna do? What we gonna do since we ain't got no more rap going on now? I tell you what, I'm gonna give another 5 minutes for any burning desires on the free smoke line. Wow, being in boxing news said 104 yesterday here in Texas, man. That's amazing. 104 degrees. I feel for you, my brother. I feel for you. Make sure all you all stay hydrated today, man. Make sure y'all stay hydrated. Make sure y'all, get them electrolytes in, everything, man. Drink water, man. And if you don't have to be out there, don't be out there. For sure, man. Yeah. Don't be out there, man, cutting grass or doing any of those crazy things or out there drinking liquor or any of those type things. I'm trying to tell you, it's gonna do you bad. It's gonna do you bad. Yeah, Dre finally said running snow hills, chopping trees down, pulling bed bugs. Yeah, that's old school training. You did. Yes, indeed, and chase some chickens too, man. You did keep them legs moving fast. I book say my mom-in-law is in Houston, scorching all summer long. Yeah, yeah. Pulling those VW bugs, man. Yeah, man. You don't see none of that old school stuff, man. It's unheard of hearing about a fighter running on a treadmill. Get the hell out of here. No damn treadmill. Where you do that at? I started seeing fighters running on treadmills, man. I just don't think it's the same. It ain't the same, man. Get out there and cut some trees. Get out there and go running. Yeah, you see the best ones, man, the Mayweathers and all, then they always ran all the time. They ran. You see Mayweather on no treadmill. Mm-mm. No treadmill. None of that. Ain't gonna happen, man. Ain't gonna do it. Won't happen. Won't quit. Smash the appreciation button, man. Make sure that you do that. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please govern yourself accordingly. We must hit 5,000 subscribers this month. It is imperative, man. Just for us to make sure that we have 10,000 by the end of the year. By Jan 1, we have a minimum of 10,000 subscribers, man. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that. Yeah. I'm looking forward to that. Doubling the numbers, man. So the goal is, unless we have some type of viral video that just puts tons of new subscribers in. Realistically, I'm looking at 10,000 subscribers by January. 10,000 subscribers by January. You dig? So that's 5,000 this month. And that leaves us with October, November, December, January. 4 months. We got to really put the pedal to the metal to get the other 5,000. That's going to be 4 months to get 5,000 more. But I believe we can do it. You know what I mean? But like I say, man, it takes it takes a whole group to run a podcast, man. Lottie Dot and everybody, we share. Put the show on your social media platform. Tell somebody that you know about it, especially if they love boxing, man. Invite them to the hangout, man. That's all I ask. Other than that, this is your boy Jay Hardcore Boxing News. I'm out of here. How you turn this thing on?